what the hell is going on with Jimmy Butler? Because he seems to be just laying waste to franchises now for some reason. I don't know who wants to talk about it, but go ahead. Jimmy Butler, what's he doing out in Philly?
I'll start it off. I mean, we'll touch on both, like Minnie and Philly. I mean, one of my best friends is a Minnesota fan, diehard, from Sacramento, but somehow ended up a Minnesota fan. I think it was a KG stuff. But, I mean, I've always liked the guy. He's a great player, talented, loved him in Chicago, hard worker. Always thought he would be a good number 2 for Derrick Rose if Derrick Rose wouldn't have gotten hurt. I mean, I understood why he wanted to leave Minnesota. I saw Karl Anthony Towns. Dude wasn't putting in the work he had to. Andrew Wiggins is a waste of talent sometimes. He'll have a great game like he did against the Lakers, and then next day he'll put up 3 points and have no rebounds and assists and 5 turnovers. So I understood him wanting to leave, along with getting run to the ground by Thibodeau. But, I mean, now he's in Philly. He's got a talented core, Embiid, Simmons, Marco Fultz on the bench, right? He's talented. And, I mean, Coach Brown's a great coach. I don't see what's going on. I mean, obviously, you're going to get less use in that offense because the focal point should be Joel Embiid. I mean, he's the top, in my opinion, top 5 NBA player. I mean, he's one of the most talented people I've ever seen in this game. A guy who's that big, that athletic, who shoots that well, and he's basically Hakeem Olajuwon reincarnated. So I'm sorry, you're not going to get the touches that he gets. I mean, he just needs to focus on his role, play some defense, make some spot-up shots, and shut up.
I think Jimmy Butler, the dude is a self-made guy, okay? He really is.
Yeah,
but
I mean, his story at Marquette was pretty inspiring.
But I think maybe that's because he's been having to work so hard for everything in his life, and now he's gotten to a point where he's so successful, but at the same time he doesn't realize that he's not really the elite of the elite in the NBA, because he's not. He's maybe top 15, but if you're saying top 15, maybe within that 15 to 10 range, you would say. Like, you could name 10 other players that are better than him. So I think he's having a bit of a struggle as to, like you said, where he is in his place in the NBA. Like, he's not going to be the number 1 option for Philly. He's just not. Okay, you got a monster in Joel Embiid. You're going to use that option more ways than one. So Jimmy Butler kind of needs. If he can't handle that, because after a while he was number 1 in Chicago, and then he goes to Minnie and he can't deal with those darn kids, and then he goes to Philly and he's not the number 1 option. So, I mean, could it be just like his ego can't take it and he needs to go someplace else where he would be the number 1 option, like Miami? But you know. It just might be that he just can't handle it. He just can't take that he's not number 1. I don't get what's the issue now. He's on a good team. He's got great teammates around him. He's got a good coach. What's the issue?
You know? I think he's stuck in an old era of one man can make a team and take you far. And, you know, Caesar, for way of background, we had talked about like the 3rd or 4th episode that I was on that I don't think Jimmy Butler was going to make as monumental of an impact on the Sixers, and I still feel that way. One of it is because if you're going to try to be the main focal point and make money, you need to be stats all over the board. 25 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and you're not going to kind of get that with this kind of offense and free-flowing. And then, 2, the personality dynamic with him and the other guys doesn't work because you trade him from Minnie, and he had problems with Towns and Butler. I'm not Butler, but Wiggins about effort. And now you're going to young guys because Joel is good. You know, he's fantastic, really, when you think about the way he plays. Ben Simmons is just there. He scores, but the guy has no jump shot outside of like.
He needs to dump Kendall Jenner. That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're talking about Jimmy Butler when he was drafted, 2nd rounder. He had to earn his keep. He had to craft his game, develop it. So, do you want to be that coach or do you want to be a player? because if you're going to be stuck in that era, one guy can take you to the playoffs and the finals. It doesn't work like that anymore. So you got to learn to be the team player, or you have to learn to be coachable, and sometimes you need to be both. I don't know if it's so much of ego. I think he's very competitive, which is good. But, if you smell poop, it's still poop. So you need to change your stuff and get away with it.
Yeah.
And just be better, not be bad for the team.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get him taking all the third stringers and Markelle Fultz and beating Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons in practice. But, damn.